Hey there. Today we're talking about a term called divisibility. Divisibility, if you look, this looks like divisible or division. And today we're talking about division and the whole concept of numbers that divide into each other. If something's divisible, it's capable of being divided. And what we're talking about today is real division problems with no remainders. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. That's the kind of problem we're talking about. A number is divisible by all of its factors. So if I take the number 20 and I'm looking for its factors, I have 1 times 20, 2 times 10. It's not divisible by 3, but it is divisible by 4, and 4 times 5 is 20. And there are no other numbers because once I hit 5, I know I've got all my factors of 20. 20 is divisible by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. Any number that I choose would give me a whole number as an answer with no remainder. Now, there's rules of divisibility that make this process really easy. I can check to see if a number is divisible by 2 really simply. Any even number is divisible by 2. And if you remember, even numbers end in 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So, if I have 242, it ends in an even number. If I have 530, it ends in an even number. A number is divisible by 2 because it ends in an even number. That's an even number in the ones place. The ones place. I don't have to look anywhere else. Divisibility by 3 is my favorite trick. It is so easy and it is so fun and it's like a magic trick. Are you ready? If I want to know if a number is divisible by 3, all I have to do is add up all the digits. I find the sum of the digits. And when I find the sum of the digits, I can tell you if the number is divisible by 3. Let me give you an example of a big number. 51. I don't know my threes tables up to 51, but I don't have to, because here's the trick. If I add 5 plus 1, I get 6. Does 3 divide into 6? It does. So 51 is divisible by 3. The multiples of 3 that you would check, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I'm just going that far because let me give you another example. 87, another big giant number. I don't know my threes facts that high. But here's the trick. Add the digits. 15. Does 3 go into 15? Yes, right there. So both of those numbers are divisible by 3. I know that the sum of all the digits in a number will be a multiple of 3, and that will tell me if the number is divisible by 3. The sum is divisible by 3. Let me give you a non-example. Are you ready for this one? 25. 2 plus 5 equals 7. It is not divisible by 3. It's a quick check. And it's a trick you're going to have to do all year. 5 is easy peasy. It ends in a 0 or a 5. You learned to skip count by 5s when you were in kindergarten or first grade. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So if I have a 55 or a 2,945, because there's a 0 or 5 in the ones place, it will be divisible by 5. Okay? Now let's do some work. Are you ready? I'm skipping this one. We'll come back to it. 51. Hey, I did that already. Is 51 divisible by 2? Does it end in an even number? No. Is 51 divisible by 3? Do the test. Yes, because 3 goes into 6 2 times. Is 51 divisible by 5? Does it end in a 0 or a 5? No. Ignore this. We'll deal with this later. 95. Is it even? Does it end in a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8? No. Is it divisible by 3? Add the digits. 9 plus 5 equals 14. Is that a multiple of 3? Hey, guess what? It's okay if you write out the multiples of 3 when you're figuring this out. No. Does it end in a 0 or 5? Yes, it does. I want you to do these two. Don't worry about this column yet either. You have to do this one, and this one. And we'll work on the other ones tomorrow. Divisibility. You only have to remember 3 rules. Is it divisible by 2? Meaning it ends in an even number. Is it divisible by 5? Meaning it ends in a 0 or 5. Or the 3s trick. My favorite one. See you tomorrow.